returned back this fall from Florida, one of the things I brought back with me was my dad's 42-inch flat screen, high definition LC LED TV. Now, a few weeks later, I hooked it up, and at that point, we no longer were the only people that I knew that were still watching our programs on these big, boxy tube TVs. So, it was basically crossing a line for me, and it got me to think about all the changes in technology that have taken place throughout my lifetime. And what effect has it had on me, and what effect has it had on people from my generation over time? And it kind of makes me a little bit sad and perplexed that a younger generation will not understand some of the things that we went through. And I'm not just talking about what we possessed, but some of the feelings that we had, some of the experiences that we had, some of the sacrifices that we made years ago because of the technology that we had or didn't have. When I was growing up, I would wake up in the morning from the clamoring of this loud wake-up alarm clock. And after I'd shut it off, I'd go down for breakfast. My parents would make coffee in a percolator that would be on the stove. And it'd be ready in about 20 minutes. And at the same time, they would be cooking some eggs in an iron pan that you'd have to hold with a mitt so you didn't get burned. And they would, if they were making oatmeal or cream of wheat, it would be made in a little pot on the stove. In about 25 minutes, breakfast was ready. And in about 10 minutes, it was gone. So that's basically how long it took to cook it and eat it back in those days. If we wanted to watch TV, we went into the living room, and there was our big console TV. It was a huge piece of furniture, and it had little knickknacks and pictures and stuff on top of it. It had a very generous 19-inch screen. It had a large speaker, and when you turned it on, it took only about a minute and a half for the picture to really fully develop. And it had a really smooth channel changer, which was great for its day. Now, my uncle had a little bit more money. So he got a television with a channel changer called a clicker. And he'd sit there and change the channels all day. We'd go to visit him and it would be annoying. It's like, all right, Uncle Andy, just stop it. Just settle on something. So when our phone would ring, that dial phone that we had, it would be in the dining room. And we would have to run from one room to the other to catch it. Because if we didn't get it on the 7th or 8th ring, we'd never know who called. Unless they call back later. And our cars were pretty cool. Not as cool as the cars from the 50s, but they were pretty cool. I mean, they had, features like AM radio and FM radio, some really nice vinyl seats, and some of the cars, there was a little bit of a duplication in cars because of the way the manufacturers made them. You can get a Chevy Nova, but if you had a little bit more money, you get a Pontiac Ventura or a Buick Apollo or an Oldsmobile Omega. So a lot of the cars looked the same, but if you had some more money, you could get a bigger car that had power windows and air conditioning. And that was nice because you wanted to roll the windows up in the summertime, especially because you didn't want to breathe those engine, the vapors, the gasoline vapors that were coming from the carburetor in the engine. So those were the memories that I had of the technology that we had when I was growing up. Now today, the technology that we have today, if somebody like myself was like Rip Van Winkle, went to sleep and woke up, this world would look so surreal compared to the way it was years ago. And first of all, when I wake up in the morning, there's a steady beeping from the electrical digital clock that's across the room that's got huge digital numbers that I can read from my bed on the other side of the room. I go downstairs and I can make breakfast in the microwave in a matter of minutes. And concurrently, 2 minutes on my electric coffee pot, the coffee is ready. I can watch TV on the flat screen television, and I've got 500 channels to choose from, as opposed to when I grew up, I had 3 major, 3 minor, 2 or 3 UHF, and 1 public television when I was growing up, and that was living. Now I have 500 channels. And one of the things that is interesting is when the telephone rings, I can just go grab the phone, look at it, see who's calling, and decide whether or not to answer it. And sometimes the number comes up on my screen too. And that's the landline. Now, if we use the wireless phone, according to the database I downloaded, I can see whoever's calling. And by the way, this wireless phone is not really the correct term for it, because it's also everything from a camera to storing music to gallery of pictures. Well, everyone has one of these, so you know what these things do. So, well, what has this done to us in our society? Well, has it created more leisure time? Has it created a 30-hour work week like we thought years ago? Well, what we have today is we have more decisions to make. We have more choices, more channels to choose from, more media coming at us from different directions, more things that basically come at us that we have to decipher and we have to deal with. We're developing our own society of attention deficit syndrome, or ADD. And we're more depressed and unhappy than we used to be. So what we have to do is take a look at what's important to us. Do we spend time with our family and the relationships with our friends like we used to years ago when we read books? Do we have time to have fun? Or because our computers are so advanced, do we take work home with us, and are we continuing to constantly work in the evenings? So what I would suggest is take a day or take a weekend and unplug everything, put some coffee on the stove, on the percolator, and read a book, play a game together, enjoy some family time together, and basically think about the technology that you didn't have. And I'm sure you'll feel a lot better and relax a lot better. Thank you.